What's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another video. We are live right now, and this is a follow-up video to the recent video that I put out sharing my 12 income streams. If you didn't watch that video, I posted it a little less than a week ago. And in that video, I shared my 12 income streams, and I shared approximately how much profit I was making on average, which was about $20,000 a month profit. And I broke down all my income streams. I shared with you essentially how much they were making on average. I shared all the income streams. And I really want to dive a little bit deeper into that because I think it's valuable to watch videos about how people are making money and what they're doing and their strategies. But knowing how to kind of put it all together and manage it, I think is a really valuable thing to keep in the back of your mind. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to be diving deep today into how I manage my business, multiple income streams that generate around $20,000 a month profit. Now, I'm not talking revenue. It's a lot more. In terms of revenue, it's way higher. But a lot of people like to throw out big numbers. But at the end of the day, what really matters? It's profit. What are you actually taking home, right? What can you actually spend to put food on your table, to buy houses, cars, to invest, to live your life, to take care of your family? That's really what's most important. So I'm going to open up my phone right now and I am going to get the comments flowing over here. If you guys are here watching live right now, be sure to drop a comment below. This is going to be a really good video that you're not going to want to miss. I put a lot of time into thinking out a lot of these things that I do to be able to manage 12 income streams. That's one of the questions I get all the time. How the heck do you manage 12 income streams? That sounds impossible. Well, there's a lot of things that I do, and I think this video is going to surprise you a little bit. So if you're here in the comments, drop a comment. We got the flipping sports guy in the house. What's going on? Cherie, what's going on, girl? It's been a long time. Miss Harrison in the house. Great to see you. Miss ya. It's been a while since we connected out there in San Jose. Are you doing Airbnb? I'm actually not doing Airbnb. I do have two multifamily properties that I rent out. They're both two families, and I have a management company that takes care of both of those. I've looked into Airbnb. I'm still open to it, but I'm not doing it myself right now. We got Debbie in the house. Do you still sell on eBay? I do, but very little. I talked about this in the last video where right now it's typically less than $1,000 a month. It was a couple months back. It was over $3,000-4,000 a month, but I do it really sparingly right now. The main reason is time. And I'm going to dive deep into why I'm not doing eBay as much. I know for a fact, literally, if I didn't have Amazon FBA and some of these other income streams, and you're like, Steve, I'm going to put a gun to your head and you have to make $5,000 profit within the next 90 days. I can promise you that I can easily do that with eBay, but you have to pick and choose. And I'll dive deeper into that. Vivian giving a thumbs up. What's up, Vivian? Great to see you. We got Cheesehead Flipper saying, that's why your name isn't Rake and Revenue, but Rake and Profit. I love that. I love it. Survival Bros, collect digital assets yet. I don't own any NFTs. I have been putting in quite a bit of time of research, but right now I am invested in crypto. A couple things I'll mention, and I'm gonna recap all of my 12 income streams really quick in a moment. So stick around. Be sure to smash that like button. Cherie says, good to see you too. Miss you too. Great to have you here. Blith Ratcliffe says, love your videos. Started books October 2020. That's fantastic. And you motivate. Absolutely. Well, let's do a quick recap right now. Would you guys like me to recap my 12 income streams before I dive into how I manage them all for anybody who didn't watch that video? Let me get a screen share up and running. So you should be able to see my screen right now. I'm just checking on my phone to make sure that everything is cooperating. All right. It looks like we have it here. So what we're going to be talking about is how I actually manage my 12 income streams on a day-to-day basis. What are the things that I actually do and focus on to be able to manage this beast? So let's cover the 12 income streams right now. Income stream number one, and these are in no particular order, If you do watch my other video, I shared some of the numbers and whatnot, but I want to keep this video short and sweet. So income stream number one, Amazon FBA and eBay. Number two is Kindle Publishing, CreateSpace, and Audible. I just lumped them all into one. That's my publishing business that I literally don't do anything with anymore. I'm just letting it die, but it keeps making money. Number three is YouTube through Google AdSense. Number four, affiliate marketing. So that's promoting softwares, services, courses, different products that I personally use that I promote to my audience from time to time. Number five is crypto. So right now I'm involved in crypto mining, BlockFi, crypto bots, and then some buy and hold training. Number six is drop shipping and wholesale. I lumped them into one. My main focus is on one of my stores that I mentioned in the previous video. Essentially what I do, my product is it's a 3D crystal. You guys might have seen them at various malls and shopping locations. You can actually take a picture from your phone and put it inside of a crystal. I have a store where I drop ship and I have wholesale products. Number seven is digital products and courses. So I have a wide variety of products I sell, from ebooks to various courses, the Book Business Blueprint, the Reseller Sourcing Handbook, so on and so forth. Number eight is real estate. I have two multifamily properties that I have. Well, I have four tenants, so there's two in each property, hence multifamily, two family. And I rent those out. I have a management company that handles pretty much all of that. Number nine is stocks and index funds, which is pretty much the income I earn off of that are dividends. Number 10 is sponsorships. So when you have a following on YouTube or TikTok or any platform where you have a large amount of people following you, there will be companies who want to get in front of your audience, and they will pay you for that. I do very few of them, very picky with these. A lot of them aren't the best fit for me. Number 11 is consulting. As an example, I had a couple people come directly to my house a couple months back. I taught them how to build a book business. They paid me. They got to spend the whole day with me, and it was very valuable for them. Some really great results I'm hearing from them so far. And then last but not least is Lego. That's more of an investment, but I can definitely turn it into an income stream if I want to do more of short-term flips. So those are the 12 income streams. Just want to give you guys a little recap in case you guys didn't see that video. Now let's get into the meat and potato of this video. How do I actually manage this? And I'm going to slowly share each point with you, and I'm going to answer questions and jump into the comments as well. If you see me looking down, I'm looking at my phone, all the comments. So let's get right into it. All right. So we're going to be talking about, how many do I have? 11 tips, 11 things that I do on a consistent basis to be able to manage all of these income streams. Okay. How do I actually manage these 12 income streams on a day-to-day basis? I'm going to reveal it to you now. So number one, and this is probably the most important thing, building a team to support my businesses. I outsource a lot of time-consuming tasks in my various businesses. As an example, one of the things that's pretty time-consuming is dealing with stranded inventory in my Amazon business. A lot of times there's inventory that gets stranded. It just it has like pricing errors, or sometimes there's an issue where they say maybe you're not able to sell this and you have to go through the ungating process. There's different reasons, right? There's reconciliation of shipments. For example, you send Amazon 20 items. They said they only get 18. You have to open a case with them. Sometimes items get lost. They get damaged. They said they didn't receive it when they did. You have to open up cases. Those are some examples in my Amazon business of things that I outsource. So I have somebody on my team who I trained, and a couple times a week they go through and they essentially check different things that I set up. So that's an example of one thing that I would outsource in my Amazon business. Other examples of things that I outsource would be graphic design for maybe thumbnails of my YouTube channel, or if I'm designing a website. For example, my crystal business, I paid somebody over $3,000 to design the whole website. Now you might be thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. Why wouldn't you just do it yourself? I absolutely could have done it myself, but would have taken me like 6 months and it would have been really crappy. So you need to know your strengths and your weaknesses. And there's websites like, Fiverr, 99 Designs, Upwork.com, onlinejobs.ph, where you can find freelancers to do all different types of work. Now, you don't have to necessarily pay $3,000 to get graphic design work, but you can get maybe a thumbnail through YouTube for $5, or you can get a logo created for $20. These are different things that are going to take you a ton of time if you're not a graphic designer. Other things that I outsource are my advertisements for my various businesses. So for my crystal business, for maybe the Reseller Sourcing Handbook, for the Book Business Blueprint, for different digital products and businesses that I run, we're running ads on Google, we're running ads on Facebook. Could I do it myself? Of course I can do it myself. It would take a ton of time. And as a business owner, you have to focus on the things that make money. You have to focus on your strengths. You have to focus on the things that are in your core competency. And for me, it's not graphic design. It's not advertising. For me, it's, e-commerce. It's creating YouTube videos. Like those are the things that I'm really good at. Everything else I suck at. So when it comes to outsourcing, you want to find people who can help you. Okay. Editing my YouTube videos. I rarely edit my YouTube videos. Maybe I've edited like 3 in the last 5 years, maybe a couple more, but I don't edit my videos. With my rental properties, I don't collect rent. I don't do the repairs. I don't take the phone calls. I don't screen the tenants. Obviously we have systems in place and rules in place for how they go about that. It's a lot of front-loaded work, but I don't do any of that. I don't do repairs on my properties. I don't do customer service. I don't do it for the Reseller Sourcing Handbook, the Book Business Blueprint, Amazon FBA. I don't do it. Amazon does that for me. I don't do a lot of customer service in my business. I've built systems around that. I don't rebalance my stock portfolio. I actually hired a financial planner to do that for me. I don't even manage appointments and schedules and getting tickets for planes, so on and so forth. You can get virtual assistants to do like anything that you want. And a lot of people are going to say, well, I'm not going to spend the money to hire people to do all this. I'm going to do it myself. And that's the biggest trap that people fall into, because they start to get pulled away from their core competencies, from their strengths, from the things they love, their passions, and they get sucked into building websites. They get sucked into, doing all these things that they don't really want to be doing. They're not that great at it. It's inefficient. And sometimes, I'll be honest, there's certain things, even like video editing. I used to edit tons of my videos, literally hundreds, before I hired an editor. And I'll be honest, I could probably edit some of the videos better just because I'm so closely connected to my audience and I understand what they want to see. But you've got to understand the sacrifice that you're making with certain things. So, I could edit those videos, but it's going to take away so much time for me to send in Amazon shipments. I have tons of stuff I have to ship out right now. So building a team is the number one thing for a lot of everything I'm going to be talking about. Secondly is focusing on businesses that can be front loaded with my time. Okay. So building a team is huge. That's number one. But for me, number two, and this is just my personality, I'm not saying it's the best, but for me, I'm able to manage a lot of these different things because the businesses that I get involved in, they can be front loaded with my time to become almost exclusively passive, right? And I'll give you an example like YouTube, or something that I could just maintain over time. So as an example, having a YouTube channel, you don't have to post videos every single day. Matter of fact, there's a lot of reseller channels right now that post 2-3 times a week and are making $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month. Yes, I'll actually make a video in the future breaking down how much these reselling YouTube channels are making based on my estimates, because I have a lot of data and I know a lot of people who are in this, obviously in this arena. I know how much they're getting paid. But with YouTube, you could front load your time. You could, like, for example, sometimes I'll shoot 10 videos in 2 days, give them to my video editor, have them edit it all, have my graphic designer create all my graphics up front. And then I literally have videos for the next 3 weeks if I want to post 3 videos a week. So I'm able to front load my time. Amazon FBA, it's the same exact thing. I don't have to ship items every single day. Now, lately, my goal has been sending out 1 Amazon FBA shipment each and every day, but I don't have to. I just went on vacation. I just went to Salem, Massachusetts. I went to Portsmouth, New Hampshire. I went out to Portland, Maine, drank a bunch of beer, had a lot of fun, came back about 10 pounds bloated. But point being is, before I left, I shipped out a ton of Amazon shipments so I can enjoy myself on my trip and be able to enjoy the profits rolling in, which they did. Same with my YouTube channel. I front loaded. I recorded 3 videos, got them edited out, uploaded them, scheduled them out, and they were able to be front loaded. So for me personally, I enjoy being involved in a lot of different things. That's my personality. I get bored very easily. I'm not saying that that's the best method for everybody, but if you're like me, where you like to diversify your income, you like to be involved in different things, you like to jump around, this is how I do it. I get involved in a lot of businesses that are front load based businesses. I'm like making up terminology, but a lot of these things I spend a lot of time. And what I mean by front load is like you have to spend a lot of time to build the things up front. You front load all of your work. And even on the back end with maintenance, like maintaining these various businesses and income streams, like you could front load your work and like schedule it out. And I'll continue to give more examples, but an example of a business that I guess would be a bit harder to front load is like a service-based business where maybe you own like a restaurant or something like that. You almost like always have to be there. There's so many things going on. And of course, you can hire a team and a staff, but there's like so much risk because there's so much money involved and the margins are so small and there's just so many things that can go wrong. Whereas a lot of the different businesses I get involved in as well, there's like huge upside, but there's very little risk, right? It's not like if I make a mistake, I'm going to lose like $50,000. I mean, look at Amazon FBA. I mean, the worst thing that happens is my account gets shut down. Kindle Publishing, CreateSpace, Audible. It's like the money's already been made. It's a digital asset. The same with YouTube. That would stink if my YouTube account got shut down because it makes, around $3,000 every single month. And then it makes money off digital products and other things like that. But focus on businesses that could be front loaded with my time. That's probably one of the most important things. Drew says, Steve, you pushed me to get into real estate and it's been freaking amazing. Andrew's one of my good buddies and he's been crushing it. How many millions of dollars of real estate have you already sold? He just got involved as a real estate agent over the last, I think, year and a half. And I think he's already sold $1 or $2 million worth of real estate, which is really, really impressive. Sivian Cap says, what are dividends? Well, when you own certain stocks, they'll actually pay you money to hold them in the form of dividends. So for example, let's just say Coca-Cola has a 3% dividend. If you hold $100,000 worth of Coca-Cola stock, if they're paying out a 3% yearly dividend, they essentially give you $3,000 and your shares in the company. Now, if the company goes up, that's an extra $3,000. If it goes down, it kind of helps to balance things out a little bit. Drew, $2.5 million this year alone. Congrats, man. Congrats. So let's go on to number 3. Outsource as many things as possible in my personal life that take up a lot of time. So this includes cleaning my house. I have a maid that comes every 3 weeks, automating my bills. So I have a lot of friends of mine and it freaking drives me up a wall. They pay all of their bills one by one by one. I mean, my parents are still writing checks. You could automate pretty much all of your finances, right? Get yourself a good credit card if you're responsible. And, when it comes to like my electric, my gas, my mortgage, pretty much any type of bill or expense I have, I automate it. I automate it because I don't want to have to go in and automatically like remember to pay it every single month. I'm an idiot. I'll forget. I 100% know I'll forget. And I did it before in the past. The same goes with, my credit card bills and everything. I've got it set up to pay the statement balance every single month. Now you have to put systems in place to make sure you don't just automate everything and just ignore it because there's going to be things that go wrong. There's going to be companies that double charge you. Who knows? Maybe someone could have hacked your card. So I have a personal bookkeeper who goes and they check everything, right? You have to set up systems. So when you outsource things, whether that's with your team or in your personal life, there has to be quality control as well. And there has to be systems in place to double check everything because there's going to be people who take advantage of you. There's going to be things that go wrong and you have to be able to catch them in a timely manner. Ramsey says no credit cards. I think Ramsey's an absolute idiot when it comes to certain things that he says. Like, let me put it this way. I think he's a genius when it comes to like the advice he gives to the average person. Let's be honest. The average person, they can't be trusted with a credit card. You give them credit, they're going to spend it all. They're going to go in debt. And then the 27% interest is going to eat you alive. So in terms of that for the average person, genius. Dave Ramsey, I actually really, really like his stuff, but I think he's a complete idiot, always trying to push his his narrative on everybody for every single person, because I can tell you right now, I've owned a credit card for years and it's been so beneficial, you know, huge 1.5% cash back, right, on all purchases. In some of my businesses, I get 4x points for any expenses for like paying for advertisements and stuff. I mean, just over the last like 6 months, I've earned about $3,000 with American Express just because of all the ad spend that I have. That's free money. So also, you want to be able to build your credit to be able to, you know, get better interest rates on properties and whatnot. So Dave Ramsey, he's a genius, but I think he's also an idiot as well with certain things. So that's my opinion. Okay. So cleaning house, automating bills, ordering groceries online, having a bookkeeper. These are all different things that I outsource to be able to free up my time to be able to spend on the things that are most important. So this is why I'm so big into outsourcing. Now, I don't work all day long. And if you were a close friend of mine or you were able to shadow me, you might not even think that I'm working as hard as you would think. A lot of times YouTube's an illusion. I show you what I want you to see and you only see what you see. But I'm actually not working all day long. On average, I'm probably working 4 to 6 hours a day. And I know I could work a lot harder and make a lot more money, but I enjoy spending time with my mom, my family, friends, gym, going outside, exercising. Sometimes I enjoy just slacking off. So I try to outsource and automate as many things as possible. So when I do work, and I have that energy, I'm able to really focus it in. And if I want to screw off, I could screw off because I have systems in place that are working for me. So outsourcing is huge. Planning my days in advance. So typically the night before, I like to create a list of 5 to 10 things to do, but only 2 or 3 of those things are really, really important. So what I usually do is I open up a Google document and I have like a brain dump where I usually do this the night before, typically before my dinner, because after my dinner, I'm literally in like a coma and I don't want to think, I don't want to do anything. I want to just pretty much screw off and do what I want. So typically before dinner, what I like to do is just pull up my Google Doc on my phone and just brain dump a bunch of different ideas. And a lot of times I'll prioritize which ones are most important and I'll highlight in bold 2 or 3 things that are really important that could actually move things forward and create income or help me to achieve like a bigger goal of mine. So for me, it's not about the quantity of things that I do, but it's about focusing on things that actually make a difference in my business. And sometimes it might be like, as an example, one of the things that I've been focusing on a lot is spending time creating training for a couple of my teammates, my sourcers right now who are sourcing products for me for my Amazon business, because I know that's huge. I know that's a huge payoff, and it's already been paying off because each and every day, I've been having profitable products essentially come to me because I'm training them how to go find them on Facebook Marketplace, on eBay, on Poshmark, on Etsy. I mean, the amount of packages that I'm having showing up on my doorstep each and every day is becoming ridiculous. I think the post office people might think that, I don't know what they think. They must think I'm like the coolest kid in town or something. Everyone's sending me gifts, or maybe they just think I'm rich and I'm just ordering all this stuff from my house, but I'm not. But it's crazy. But I know that's worth it for me to spend a lot of my time training my sourcers because I know the ROI on that is going to be huge. And in spending just 20 hours over the next couple of weeks can help me make probably another $50,000 to $100,000 profit over, who knows, maybe a year period, just with that. So I try to focus my time on things that are really going to make a difference. Even a YouTube video for me could be big because I've had YouTube videos that I've spent, 20, 30 minutes on, and it consistently makes me $50 to $100 a month passive income. Not every single video, most of them don't do that, but I try to focus my time on things that could impact the world really well, create, positive finances or cash flow for me, or just move a project forward. So it's really important not to get stuck in doing so many different things, but on things that are actually really important. The fluent Steve said the guy's an idiot. I actually like Dave Ramsey. I got carried away. It's the glasses, guys. I'm blind as a bat. All right. So let's go. Number 5, put phone on airplane mode. This is really big, guys. If you're working, put your phone on airplane mode, or just put on the thing that doesn't allow phone calls to come through. I used to allow my phone to be on at all times, and it crushed my productivity. If you're working, I'll put it this way. If you're working on something important for 1 hour straight, uninterrupted, that's like working for 4 hours with a phone on or with your email browser open. Work distraction free. I know it's hard. I know it's challenging. For me, it even got to the point because I just purchased a couple new little kitty cats here. We got them running around. They're actually at my girlfriend's house right now. But I have to like lock them in a bathroom sometimes or go up into my office and shut the door because I just want to play with the kittens all day long. And if they're around, it's so easy when you're working. You're always going to hit these little bumps where maybe you're bored or you're going through a challenge with some task that you're doing. Maybe you're trying to figure something out and you're like, oh, like I want to get distracted. So I'm going to go get something out of the refrigerator. I'm going to play with the kittens or, ooh, I want to get a little dopamine spike because I see my phone is ringing or there's an email. Working distraction free is huge. I can tell you this right now. If you typically work 8 hours and you're allowing interruptions to happen, you could probably work 3 hours and tell everyone to screw off. Honestly, phones, emails. I know it's tough because we're worried about an emergency call or something happening. I mean, for me, I have to shut the phone off. I have to put it on do not disturb. I have to work distraction free because I want to be able to enjoy my days. I don't want to be working all day long. Do you? A lot of people want to work all day long. I don't want to work all day long. Sometimes I do. If I'm depressed or going through something, it helps to work and stay busy. But when things are going well, I want to enjoy my life. I want to be outside. I want to be able to jump on a call with a buddy for an hour. I want to be able to, do different things that I enjoy. Maybe that's studying NFTs. Maybe that's learning about crypto bots. Maybe that's building a new income stream. Like those things are fun for me, but I'm talking about when you're really working on your purpose, on things that are important in your business, work distraction free. I can't say it enough. It's so, so important. Uh, Pam says, LOL, I had to laugh when you said Ramsey is an idiot in some ways. I think quite a few of us had come to that same conclusion. You guys, Dave Ramsey's awesome, but it's just he's so polarizing that everybody takes everything he says as if like this is the only way. But I do think a lot of the things that he says is great for the average person. We got 1987 Ventures, Tracy. Hey there, everyone. What's going on? Good to see you. Mark says you are rich. Not even close. All right. Number 6, track personal and business income expenses every month. So I have clear optics of what's really happening in my business, personal finances. This helps me make better, smart decisions. So this really, really helps me manage my business. And I'm going to dive pretty deep into this. So I have someone on my team who tracks all of my business income and expenses, right? We do that through QuickBooks. But I also have her tracking all of my personal expenses as well. So she's tracking all of my finances. This took some setting up of systems, and each and every month, there's certain things that she can't access without me like sending her over various statements. She has access to all my credit cards. You have to have trust in somebody. And this obviously was built over a long period of time, but this is really beneficial for me because how many times have you been looking at your bank account and you're like, I just don't understand why it's not going up. I'm making more money. My eBay sales are increasing. I know I've kind of spent a little money here and there, and maybe you have multiple income streams. And you're like, okay, this one's been up, this one's been down. I just don't understand why. Like, where's my money going? Like, what's happening? You've got to set up a system, and it's a pain in the butt. It's not easy to do. It took a lot of time. And this goes back to me. I front load a lot of things. I spend a lot of my time creating different systems. Whatever pain point I'm dealing with, I try to figure out someone who could help me, someone who could support me in a system that could almost follow up with it over time to avoid that mistake. So we built out the system. Each and every month, I get reports with all my personal expenses, where my money's going. We've got it broken down into different categories. We also have, in my business, I could see all my income, all of my expenses. I could see the changes from month in and month out. And a lot of times, if you work with like an accountant or somebody, they'll create like an income statement report for you. I have one of the people who work for me. I had to hire another person because they were giving me a bunch of numbers that didn't help me make a decision. You have to have clear optics. Okay. Like these glasses, like I wouldn't wear them if I couldn't see more clear. Like, what's the point of wearing them? Well, a lot of times you might work with an accountant or somebody and you've got them giving you this data and you can't even read it because they think that you went to school for 6 years. Break it down for an idiot. I'm an idiot. I'm an average guy. Like, I want to see things clearly and I want to be able to understand what I'm looking at, because what's the point of me looking at a freaking financial report if I can't make a decision that's going to help me to grow my business? And that's why it's so important. You want to have these reports, but you want to have them in plain English. You don't want to have them in CPA freaking, Spanish. I can't read Spanish. I can't even speak Spanish. So why do I want to get a report in Spanish? Makes no sense. But you have to take the time to build the system, complain, figure out what it is that you want and build that out. And that's so important because when you're managing multiple income streams, you have to know what's going on a daily basis, a monthly basis, really on a monthly basis, because if you start seeing something drop or an income stream, you can catch it in time. But a lot of times, if you don't have clear optics, if you don't know what's going on, next thing you know, 6 months go by and that income stream has gone to crap. So that's really, really important. I can't say that enough. Steve says, stop wasting money on things you don't really need. Yeah, I'll give you an example, guys. This was probably over a year ago, because this is when I built out a whole bunch of new systems where I track my net worth every month, my income and expenses. I was tracking the income and all that for a while, but my personal expenses, I started that about a year ago, where I really, really like built a system out and had someone supporting me. But I had a point where like I couldn't understand why my net worth wasn't increasing. I knew I was making more money. I didn't know where it was going. And guess what? This is embarrassing. I was spending over $1,000 a month, like a fat little pancake boy, eating Uber Eats. Are you serious? I didn't know. I didn't realize it. Like, I knew I was eating out a lot, but I didn't know how much. At one point, it was almost at $1,500. What a joke. What a freaking joke. I mean, I was embarrassed. And there was bank charges. There was Uber Eats. What else was I spending money on? I can't remember. It was a lot of eating out and stuff. And I was like, wow, like it was an eye opener for me. And I'm like, I need to start eating in more. But yeah, that's really, really important. People want to show off labels and new cars and can't afford to pay their bills. Bad mindset. All show, no substance. And it's so funny. 1987. I get a lot of comments like that. Like, I'll do live streams in my truck. By the way, it's a beautiful Toyota Tacoma. And they'll be like, you're not making any money. You're doing a live stream in a truck. I had a comment. It was a TikTok comment saying, with those type of curtains, I could tell you're a joke. And it's unfortunate because, I don't come off here showing off how big my what is. Like, I'm just doing my thing. I'm an average guy. There's 18-year-olds that are making $80,000 a month. I'm literally nobody, right? I'm just sharing what's working for me. And it's unfortunate we live in a society where a lot of people, they'll only believe you, buy your course, so on and so forth, if you're showing off the BMW Corvettes, the Lambos. I mean, it is what it is. It's society. It's a society we live in. And unfortunately, most people who make more money, they create a lot more stress in their lives because they just build more debt. They buy more houses. They buy more liabilities. There's nothing wrong with buying houses, but make sure you buy the right kind of house, an asset, a house that makes you money, not a house that loses you money. A lot of people think like, I'm in my brand new house. This is a liability. This is not an asset at all. Of course, it's appreciated recently. Everything's appreciating, but long-term, I'm spending money on repairs. I'm spending money on the mortgage, so on and so forth, cutting the lawn, interior decorating, so on. Like, this is losing me money, right? It's not an asset. Your personal residence isn't an asset. Yes, if you pick the right location over the long haul, it could appreciate, so on and so forth. You can get some of your money back, but it's definitely not an asset. All right. Home Guard says, what solid resell bolo would you recommend? We'll talk about that later. I want to get through that. I want to get through this right now. But I'll say right now, I love books. I love DVDs. I love board games. Look into board games, especially. Okay. So where are we right here? All right. We're on number 7. So typically I'm only focusing on 1 or 2 things at a time. These are things that I'm looking to grow. While I work, I'm typically working on 1 to 2 things that I'm looking to grow, and all the other things I'm looking to maintain. So if you take a look at all my income streams right here, Typically, there's one or two things that I'm looking to grow. Right now, my main focus is Amazon. I'm going to start trying to grow my eBay business again soon, but I have so many different things going on. I just don't have time for eBay. eBay's tough because eBay, I got to bring everything home. I got to clean it all up. I got to take individual pictures, create individual listings, ship everything out individually each and every day. It's just, I can't front load it. The thing that sucks is like, there's so many opportunities. Like if I had my girlfriend or I had somebody helping out to list and like, I would build this up, and I actually probably will start again soon. But with FBA, I can just order everything. It comes to my house. I ship it off. Bada bing, bada boom. The profits are coming soon. I love it. Like Amazon's my biatch. Amazon's my employee, right? Amazon's my Dave Ramsey. No, Amazon does everything. They receive the items, they store the items, they pick the items, they pack the items, they ship the items, they answer customer service, they deal with the payment processors, they deal with refunds. You know, they do a crappy job with some things. Items get lost, they get damaged, you get refunds and returns freaking 300 days later sometimes. But overall, Amazon essentially gives me access to like 100 employees. I don't have to do all this stuff. I don't have to pick it and pack it and ship it and store it and answer a customer service. Doing an eBay business is fantastic, but if you're going to run a ton of different income streams, it makes it a lot more challenging. Here's the issue that I have. I love eBay so much. I love it so much more than Amazon. Amazon is so boring compared to eBay. eBay is so much fun. I need to figure out a way to have more time to do eBay. So much fun. I love eBay. It's the best. So I just want to be clear with that. 1987 Venture says, I am terrified of selling on Amazon. A lot of people are. Leith says, so true. My real estate is 500K and I work like a handyman. It is. It's a lot of work. And if you're an idiot like me, when it comes to, it's so funny. I saw, it was a meme, and it was like this guy on the side of the road, and he was with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend was fixing the tire. And there was like all these comments like, these men are such a joke. Like what does America come to? And I'm like, that's me. Like my girlfriend would probably be doing the tire. Like these are things you guys don't know about me. Like it's embarrassing. So when it comes to like owning a house and repairs, like I spend a lot of money getting other people to do the most simplest things. Okay. So, I'm focusing on one or two things at a time. All the other things I'm trying to maintain, I'm trying to set up systems. I'm trying to get other people to help support the different businesses. And let me give some examples. Well, first of all, Lego, you just buy and you hold. Consulting, this is something that it's front loaded. I don't do this all the time. There's really no way to outsource anything with this. The same with sponsorships. With stocks and index funds, I have my fiduciary financial planner who automatically adjusts the asset allocation each and every month, which means each and every month they're changing the amount of money that's in certain investments and whatnot. A fiduciary planner doesn't make money based on what they choose. They get paid on results. So they're getting paid 1% of my net worth per year to manage it for me. I actually chose them. They were through the Tony Robbins Foundation, did a lot of research, talked to a lot of people, found somebody that I enjoyed working with. And the reason why I'm willing to do this is because, back to the point of me being an idiot, over the last couple of years, I've done some of the dumbest possible things that a person could do. I mean, the market dropped. I pulled my money out. Why would you do that? Don't do that. Like, I made so many stupid decisions with index funds that I said, you want to know what? I have to stop pretending I'm so smart, because I'm not. So I hired someone to help me and support me. A traditional financial planner, based on my understanding, is similar to like your primary care physician. Okay. I don't want to get too big into conspiracies and different things, but let's be honest. If you go to the doctor and you have any type of mental health issues, maybe depression, anxiety, who knows, maybe you have some other type of illness. There are some doctors, and you guys in the comments can let me know if this is true or not, who will prescribe you medications based on the commission that they're earning. I don't know. That's just what I've heard. Same thing applies to financial planners. My dad, he got screwed back in 08, 09. He had lost, actually, I think it was right after the crash. They put him into some of the dumbest possible stocks, and he lost a ton of money when everything went up. I don't know the exact details, but anyways, I'm probably screwing up some of that story. but they put them into like some of the worst mutual funds, and come to find out they were probably making a ton of money on those recommendations. They could have just put them in the S&P 500 and he would have crushed it. Anyways, long story short, you got to be careful who you work with. With my real estate, I have my management company, so I pay them 10% of the rents each and every month, and they deal with everything, which is great. So those are just a couple examples where you can get people to support you, and a lot of things can just be maintained. Harlan's reselling adventures. I sold my house last year, just cashed out. I moved into an apartment and now have more time for my business. No more repairs, no more mowing. I invested all the house money. So far, so good. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. I enjoy having a house. I love it. I wish I would have purchased a house a long time ago, especially with the appreciation which has occurred over the last 10 years. But it's a lot of work and it's a lot of responsibility. And there were parts of my life that I really let go of in 2021 because I was spending so much time with this new house. There's a lot that goes into it. Baskets Resale says, nice beard. Man, I'm trying to keep up with you. Okay, so let's keep going here. I'm getting a little sidetracked. Okay, so this is important. I have my team report to me with KPIs on KPIs are reports that keep me in the loop. So this is similar to what point was that? There was another point that I had where I was sharing a little bit about being able to read reports and make better decisions. This is similar. So I have my team report to me with KPIs or reports that keep me in the loop. So for example, one thing that you could do with your reselling business is you can have somebody, or you could do it yourself. You can track the things that are most important to you. For example, how many items did you list per week? How many items did you sell? How many refunds did you have? How many customers reached out to you complaining? How many new items did you source? I'm trying to think of other things. Those are examples of KPIs. Those are key performance indicators. These are parts of your business that are so important. I have different digital courses and programs, my YouTube channel. There's things that are very, very important. How much money did I make over the last 30 days? How many views did I get? What was my rate per 1,000 views that YouTube paid me? There's different pieces of information that will kind of tell you the inner story of what's happening, why things are growing or why things are dying. And there's just key numbers. There's certain things that you always want to kind of be on the lookout for. And a lot of times you don't really know why something's growing or dying unless you get those KPIs. And I have people on my team for all the various parts of my business. So for YouTube, I have someone on my team who goes through, and every single Monday they send me the KPI so I can see what's going on. I don't do anything for this because I don't really care about this business. And this business makes like $1,000 to sometimes $2,000 a month. And it's a business I don't care about. It's a business I'm not passionate about. It's a business that I was excited about 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm like, whatever, like just die already. And it just keeps making money. Those were all eBooks that I published. I had virtual assistants create them over 5 years ago. And it's just, it's kind of hilarious. In my Amazon business, I have various KPIs. I'm actually working on improving this. But an example is, each week, my sourcing team shares how much money they spent, how many items they purchased, how many items were stranded, how many refunds. There's a lot. I have a spreadsheet with all different types of KPIs. I'm not going to spend a ton more time on this. Like with real estate, we get reports every month, money that came in, repair, so on and so forth. But this is important when you manage multiple income streams, because if you don't have these numbers coming to you in a nice, clean, clear, organized document or fashion, you don't have optics in your business. You can't see. You don't know what's going on. And it's all about spending your time wisely. You want to make sure that you're spending your time doing the right things. It's like this. Think of maybe there's a building that's standing tall. Maybe it's 20 stories tall. And let's pretend that if you get to the top of the 20th story, you make $200,000. But the only way to get up there is to climb a ladder. There's 3 ladders that are leaned up against this building. One ladder goes up to the 5th floor. And once you get to the 5th floor, you can't get up any higher. We're just making up a game. There's a second ladder that goes up to the 10th floor. And then there's a third ladder that goes up to the 20th floor. The 20th floor makes 200. The 10th floor makes 100. The 5th floor makes 50,000. Well, if you are climbing up the ladder that only goes up to the fifth floor, it doesn't matter what you do. You're climbing up the wrong ladder. And if you don't have clear optics in your business, you might be focusing and doing things that are only going to take you to the fifth floor. How are you going to get to the 20th floor? You don't even have a map. You don't even understand what's going on. The optics is like you get to step back and see, oh, wow, there's 3 ladders. These are where the ladders are going. Okay, I have to go here. And then you obviously have to work your butt off. But that's why it's so important to really think about your business. I don't care if you're just running an eBay business right now where you're making $300 a month. Maybe you have a YouTube channel and maybe you're making $1,000 a month. You have to track the KPIs in your business and you have to take the time. I can't tell you what all the KPIs are going to be because it's going to be different for every business, but you have to get optics in your business. Go out and hire a virtual assistant. You can get them on Online Jobs PH. Someone to just go chase down KPIs for $2 an hour. You can get somebody. Obviously, you have to train them up, so on and so forth. And I'll talk a little bit more about how I kind of manage my team and train them and whatnot. But it is so important to have those KPIs. And a lot of these things that I do, these systems that I set up, it's kind of like I'm taking 5 steps back to take 20 steps forward over like the next 3 months. You have to take a look at your business and you have to figure out where the weak points are, the pain points, the things that are holding you back. And you have to figure out how you can get other people to help you, support you, and build systems to help you kind of outgrow that. Because if you don't, you're going to be stuck doing the same thing over and over and over again. And that's fine. If you just want to have a business that makes a couple thousand a month, you want to be able to hang out with your children, you want to save up a little bit of money, you want to be able to have a side hustle, there's no problem with that. But this is about how I manage 12 income streams. All right, let me get some water because I'm dying over here. All right. Steve, you should really get together with Dom and hold a Northeast reseller rally in the spring. We might have to do it. Move to Missouri. Cost of living is so much cheaper there. Yeah, it's shocking how cheap some of the housing is over there. JD says, happy to catch a live fellow reseller in Connecticut here part-time now, but hopefully looking to go full-time in the future. Fantastic. So, all right, let me talk a little bit about how I train my team and a really useful tool that you guys have to get. It's called Loom. Okay. You can actually see it right here. This is the little Google Chrome extension. If I was to click that, it would start recording the screen. This is important because you can record the screen. You could record your audio. You could have a little picture of your face in the corner, similar to what StreamYard's doing right now. And anytime I have an issue that comes up with my business, or there's something that I want to teach or train somebody on my team, I'll create a Loom video. So go over to loom.com, sign up. It's a Chrome extension. I don't know if it's free or it might be $10 a month. If you're going to train your team, create SOPs and document everything that you train. And once you train somebody or you hire somebody, have them document everything they do so they can build out the actual blueprint of what they're doing. Because unfortunately, people are going to quit. People are going to screw up things. People are going to say, well, you told me this and I did that. And you could say, hey, no, go take a look at the training. Go take a look at the SOP, which is a standing operating procedure. You want to take 5 steps back when you're training. You want to move slow. You want to take your time to really build something out that people understand. So everybody's on the same page. And again, if somebody quits, like what I do is I create tons of videos. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll create a Google Doc with like 20 different training videos. I'll make a title for each training video. I'll hyperlink it into the Loom video. And I essentially have these like little mini courses that train people how to do video editing. I did one for my real estate company, for my bookkeeper, for my YouTube channel, for graphics, for sourcing, for stranded inventory, any and everything that I want to eventually outsource to someone on Online Jobs PH or someone who joins my team is going to support a different income stream. I build out these little mini courses or SOPs to kind of train them out. It's so important. So definitely look into Loom. I can't say this enough. I got to give credit to Avery Romer, the Romer. He really got me into this. And I used to always just like, I would write like long messages and it was so confusing. Use voice, use screen recording, build out little courses. It's so helpful. I can't say it enough. And the last couple things is number one, Well, number 10, I hire team leaders and managers to handle certain businesses, and I give them responsibilities that take the pressure off my shoulders. For example, I have a marketing manager for the Book Business Blueprint. We spend 20, 30, $40,000 a month on ads. Instead of me having to manage him, he's managed through his own incentives. We track all of his KPIs. If he hits certain milestones, he makes more money. That's just one example. But in the different businesses that I have, I like to always hire one person if the money and the finances are there and I see enough opportunity to take responsibility. So, for example, we have a manager who overlooks our two sourcers right now. We're sourcing on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, Etsy, and each and every day this manager works with them to make sure they're filling out their spreadsheets correctly, make sure they're hitting their own goals for their sourcing, making sure that they're sourcing profitable things. That's a work in progress. But for me, that helps a lot. Yes, it does take profit from me directly by hiring that manager. But again, if you go to onlinejobs.ph, you could find fantastic people to help and support you in your business for $2, $3, $4, $5, $8 an hour, really high quality people. And that's a fantastic wage for them out there, especially when you start getting to $4, $5, $6 an hour. It really makes a difference in their lives and their families' lives. And for me, I'm willing to sacrifice some of my profit to be able to have someone on my team who could support an income stream instead of me always having to go and babysit and check up on things. Now, of course, I have to stay in the loop and I have to make sure that I'm checking on things, but I'm checking more or less into the KPIs. I'm creating training videos. I'm kind of overlooking everything. Instead of working in the business, I'm more or less working on the business. So those are just a couple little tips right there. Pam says, Steve, admitting that you've made stupid mistakes just makes you human. What's important is that you also learn from those mistakes, including learning which things are better delegated to others. Yeah, and I'm still making tons of mistakes. I don't share them all on YouTube. A lot of these things aren't even relevant to the reselling community since I'm in a lot of other businesses and different things as well. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the people who are most successful are willing to fail the most and make the most mistakes. The key is that when you make those mistakes, just make sure you don't get knocked out, right? You don't go bankrupt and you try to protect yourself the most that you possibly can. And that's what I love about these different businesses and income streams that I'm involved in is a lot of these things are high reward, but low risk. You know, it's not like I'm running a restaurant where I'm going to lose $500,000, which is fantastic. Last but not least, this is really important, leveraging softwares. In my businesses, I leverage a ton of softwares. It really helps me manage my business. Obviously, QuickBooks with my bookkeeping, huge. Reprice it for repricing all my items on Amazon. Refund Manager, which is a software. It's not even a software. It's like a service-based, I guess you could call it a software, but it's really just virtual assistants who work for Refund Manager. They go through my account, find items that are lost, broken, damaged, issues with my Amazon, and I just get free money. ClickFunnels helps me with all my marketing, my web pages. Kajabi helps host my different products and courses instead of me having to build it all out in WordPress. AccelerList helps me list quicker. Scout IQ helps me analyze. So using different products and softwares to help you to manage everything is so important. When you're new, of course, you don't have the luxury. You don't have the finances to hire people. You don't have the finances to leverage softwares. You have to do everything on your own at first. And I did all of that. And you should be doing that as well. If you have more time than money, then you should be spending your time to make more money. If you have more money than time, you should be spending your money to get back more time so you could spend that time to make more money, if that makes any sense. So it's just part of the evolution. There's levels to this, you know, out of 100 levels, I'm probably on level 7. There's a lot of levels. There's a lot to learn, but see, these are some of the things that I'm doing. These are some of the ways that I'm thinking, when it comes to my business and managing the various parts of my business. So let me know if any of this was beneficial. Was it good? Is there any questions that you have? If so, let me know. I'm starting to lose my voice. All right. I'm going to come off this screen share and get back on the screen right now. We got 79 people in the house. What's going on, everybody? Great to have you here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I've got my phone here, which I've been looking down at to answer questions. Baskets Resale says, thanks, Pam. We run a trucking company as well and have to be in Chicago also. I like the lake too much to move. I've never been to Chicago. I would love to check out Chicago sometime. We got Aaron Kluge in the house. How's everybody's business going? What are you guys focusing on right now? What's at the top of your mind? What are you really focused on most? What's an opportunity that's getting you really excited? Is it the thrift stores? I'll tell you one thing that's getting me excited. I'll share this with you guys. I am going to start strapping up the GoPro on my chest and starting to go out to the thrift stores. I'm worried though, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, and maybe you could give me some advice. I want to go out to the thrift stores more. I want to grow my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is very stagnant. I think the talking head videos are dying. I'm doing this video right now because I enjoy it. I am about 99.9% sure it's not going to get more than a couple thousand views. I want to grow my channel more. I want to help more people. And right now, what's really popular are the GoPro videos. People strapping on the GoPros, going out to the thrift stores, doing the stores auctions. And the truth is, I love doing that stuff. I love going out to the thrift stores. What I don't necessarily love right now is finding a bunch of items that I have to then list, photograph, store, and ship on eBay. That's my biggest problem. If I strap on a GoPro and I go out to the thrift stores, how fun is it going to be showing you me picking up some electronics, some board games, some DVDs and books? I just feel like what I do is kind of boring. And what I could do if I had more support to help with the eBay business. So I really got to think it out, and I really need your advice. I think the money really is going after a whole bunch of niches. There's a ton of stuff in glassware and collectibles, board games, puzzles, plush, clothing. There's so many different parts of the clothing, different clothing items like scarves and jeans and hats. There's so much money to be made there. And I would love to really start diving into a lot of the different categories, but I feel like I don't want to strap up a GoPro and just be like some of these YouTube channels. They just show you a bunch of stuff that they don't even buy. And it's like, I can't be fake like that. Like if I go to the thrift store, I'm raking profit. Like anyone who knows me, like I love the hustle. I love the money. I love finding stuff and flipping stuff. Like I can't go there and just look at a bunch of stuff. That's boring to me. I have to go and buy a bunch of stuff, but it's not going to be fun seeing me buy DVDs and books. I think that's going to be really stupid. So I'm trying to figure out how to grow my YouTube channel. I know that things are shifting more towards entertainment. The whole talking head thing, I can give you the best knowledge. People don't give a crap. Yeah, we got 75 people here who are watching, but if I really want to grow my channel and reach more people, make more money with the channel, reach more people, help more people, feel like I'm not wasting my time, I feel like I have to get more into entertaining stuff. So I really need your guys' advice, what you think I should do, because I'm kind of at a loss for words, to be honest. But I got the GoPro. I got the strap. I've got a plan. I'm going to start going out there. I just need your advice. eBay is sluggish. Building our reseller barn, just started a YouTube channel and had our first premiere today. Awesome. I got to go check that. I'm going to screenshot this so I can subscribe to your channel. The treasure hunt is always the most fun, at least next to the cha-ching of a sale. Yeah. I've used brands Versace, Gucci, Burberry, DS Squared. I'm not sure what Infinity Clothing's talking about. Suitcase Murphy says, day in the life would be great. GoPro perspective. I'm just going to start experimenting with a bunch of stuff, but I have to just make sure that I enjoy it because I can't make videos just to make you guys happy. Unfortunately, some people can. I have to do something that I love, and I love the hustle. I love making money. If I could document that in a fun, entertaining way, I think we could blow this channel up. So we'll see. I'm gonna experiment with some stuff. I'm gonna try out some different pieces of content. Old Man Pick says nighttime lives with featured guests with audience participation. I can't do the nighttime lives. By the time it's 9 o'clock, I am out. I am useless. It's so funny. Like when I was like 27, 28, 29, even 30, like I can do the lives. I'm only 34, but I feel like I hustle so hard and I wake up at 6, 7 a.m. and I just hit the ground running. By the time it's 8, 9 o'clock, I am out. So I was actually thinking about that earlier today. It's like, man, maybe I just need to step up my game and just stop being a little butt muncher and just stay up and drink coffee. Oh God, the things you guys don't know about me. I think if you go out there and start filming, you will find your groove and decide what to film. Let it flow and go from there. I really think that's good advice, Cat D. I think I need to just go out there, film, have some fun. That's the biggest thing, is just have fun. And that's one of the traps I've fallen into sometimes in business, where you chase the money and you try to go after things that are going to make money, and then you're miserable. At this point, I've got my house, I've got my multi families, I've got some investments, I'm doing well. It's like I'm at the point now where it's like, obviously I'm not a millionaire yet. I've shared my net worth. Hopefully I'll be there in the next couple of years. I know I still have to grind my face off, but I want to do things that I enjoy, that I'm passionate about, that actually help people. Like, I don't want to do things just for money. I don't want to do sponsorships. I don't want to freaking promote things that I don't care about. I want to be involved in things that matter to me and to other people. So I think that's great advice. Go out there, have fun, and kind of see where it goes. Dustin, man, Dustin has been getting jacked. Dustin, I am very, very impressed, man. I really struggled this year. I probably put on over 20 pounds. I feel kind of, I'll be honest, like kind of crappy, because I'm not used to being chubby. And what the heck is going on? Somebody's car is beeping outside. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there's a bus stopped and there's a car. What is going on? That's really odd. Anyways, I apologize about that. I lost my train of thought. But anyways, I appreciate the advice. I like the videos where you teach others. I do too. Is that my vehicle? All right, guys, you have to hold on. I have to see what's going on here. What in the world is going on? It's a school bus. A school bus is literally stopped and all of its lights are blinking and it's beeping. I have no idea what's going on there. I really apologize about that, guys. Dustin Doyle says a failed relationship will make someone work out like crazy. I can relate, man. I've been through some rough ones over the last few years, some really, really rough ones. And yeah, you will learn your lesson and get in shape pretty quick. Venture says, go Gary V style, run around like a madman to yard sales and try to find awesome stuff. I would right now if it was warm out. I don't think we have any yard sales. Cheesehead says, pushing yourself out of your natural sleep schedule is a good way to destroy your health. Stick with your hours your body naturally wants to keep. And that's the thing. I'm great in the morning. At nighttime, I am useless. School bus, go away. Jesus, a school bus just comes up, stops, and lets all of its things off. What in the world are you doing? This is the weirdest thing. I wish I could show you guys what's going on here. This lady is in a school bus and she is spazzing out. She's running all around the school bus. Her stop sign is going on and off. It's going, you hear the beeping. That's a school bus. Can someone please explain? Did she crash into a car? I have no idea what is going on right here. How do you keep your house from looking like a Goodwill? I sell an Amazon FBA and I ship everything off. I think that one of the possible put-offs for some may be the fact that you come across as always promoting some type of program. I've grown a bit tired of mom selling books. I mean, I could definitely understand that. I rarely talk about it on my YouTube channel, but I do have advertisements for that program. And I know it definitely turns some people off. But at the end of the day, I know what I've created offers a lot of value. I know it can help people. It's helped my mom. It's helped thousands of other people. So if you believe something is valuable and you believe that it could benefit people more by sharing it versus keeping it a secret, then that's how I sleep at night. And that's how I look at things. But I definitely understand that for sure. The bus driver honestly might, what is she doing? Hold on. Can you see the bus? Right? Where is, you see it? I can't even, how do I do it? Right? The window right there. Do you see the bus? Can you guys see the bus? Do we need to go undercover and figure out what's going on here? Oh, I wish I could. I think we need to go under. I can't because I have the microphone here and everything. It's not going to work. I'd go undercover and figure it out. She is running around back and forth. This is crazy. Hold on. Let me see if I can take this microphone with me, guys. I think we need to go undercover. Should we go undercover and figure out what's going on here? Okay, let's figure out what's going on here. All right. What in the world is happening, guys? All right. So I almost tripped. So we're behind the scenes right now at the Rake and Profit house, and there's a school bus. That is, hold on. I got to get you guys closer. Hold on. What in the world is going on here with this school bus? Could somebody please tell me why it's sitting here for the last 10 minutes beeping on a Rake and Profit live video? I'm trying to figure out ways to grow my YouTube channel and to not piss everybody off because I'm selling courses. But now I have a bus that's in front of my house that doesn't stop beeping. What in the world is going on, guys? I don't know. I don't know what's happening here. I really don't know. I really, really don't know. But I think that's all we got for the live. Oh, man. Dustin Doyle's like, this is gold. I should literally go out live on with the microphone. Hey, ma'am, how you doing? How's everything going over here? She's freaking out, guys. Now she's got like a little walkie-talkie. What in the world is she doing? Should we go back out there? Hold on. Let's go back out there, guys. Screw this YouTube video. We're going out to save some lives. That's what I do. You guys don't know. I save valuable items at thrift stores, and I also save children's lives. And I feel like there might be a child in danger, and we're going to find out what's happening here. All right, guys, we're here at channel number 6, and we have a school bus. I can't do this. What is going on here? What in the heck is happening? Okay, guys, I don't know what's going on here, but this video has gone to crap. Oh. Well, that's all I got here today, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. This is what people do who make $20,000 a month. They save people's lives and they fix broken school buses. So with that being said, the best YouTube videos I like was when you did thrifting road trips. Oh, man, it went off. Holy crap. You know how to screw up YouTube videos, lady. This is Steve Rake reporting. I just tuned in, but that was fun. Don't leave. Oh, man. All right, guys, I got to go. Much love. Appreciate you. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.